We have free trade agreements in place with 76 countries in the world, covering around 46% of the EU trade. We continue to believe that open, rules-based and fair international trade is primarily a force for good. By opening new markets, trade enhances economies of scale, contributes to productivity and innovation, and supports jobs. Diversification of trade relations also improves access to the inputs that our producers need. All this contributes to reducing dependencies and enhancing our resilience and economic security.
We finalized negotiations for the EU-Mercosur Partnership Agreement and our agreements with Switzerland late last year. A few weeks ago, we concluded talks to modernize the EU-Mexico trade agreement and relaunched the negotiations with Malaysia. And I can tell you that there is a clear momentum. Many third countries are seeking continuity, stability, and predictability in their trade partners, so they turn to us. The President of the United States signed a proclamation imposing 25% tariffs on all steel and aluminium imports into the US as from 12th of March. He has also announced reciprocal tariffs on other products coming this week. We deeply regret these decisions and announcements. The EU sees no justification for the imposition of tariffs on our exports, which is economically counterproductive, especially given the deeply integrated production chains established through our extensive transatlantic trade and investment ties. Tariffs are taxes, bad for businesses, worse for consumers. And by imposing tariffs, the US will be taxing its own citizens, raising costs for its own business, and fueling inflation. In addition, tariffs are not only harmful for the trading partners directly involved, but also risk having disruptive effects for many others, as well as the global trading system as a whole. Put simply, it is a lose-lose scenario.
Whilst China is using subsidies to boost their businesses, US is using tariffs to support their. The EU is sadly only one of the few global actors that really are playing by the international rules-based order today. The EU now must stand united in our approach towards the Trump trade policy. Fragmentation will only weaken our process. We will, and we have, very well developed trade defense toolbox, and it is ready to be used. But only after diplomacy and negotiation has failed. Because the US is a close ally.
Reforcemos nuestro mercado único, porque la unión más integrada será nuestra mejor defensa ante ataques externos. Si eliminamos barreras internas y reducimos la dependencia de mercados inestables, nuestras empresas podrán competir con mayor solidez. Diversifiquemos nuestros acuerdos comerciales. En lugar de aislarnos o depender de un solo socio, aceleremos las negociaciones con mercados emergentes y bloques estratégicos en América Latina, en África y en Asia. Seamos firmes en la defensa de nuestros sectores más afectados. Si Washington nos golpea con aranceles ilegales, respondamos con aranceles en sectores estratégicos para la economía estadounidense. Recurramos al reglamento sobre cumplimiento, utilicemos los derechos de salvaguarda y despleguemos el reglamento anticoerción para cerrar nuestro mercado a sus bienes y servicios.
Zatímco Amerika zavádí cla, Brusel zavádí hlubokou reflexi. Zatímco Čína podporuje svůj průmysl, my podporujeme inkluzivní obchodní rámec. A zatímco ostatní hájí své zájmy, my sepisujeme směrnice o etických standardech dovozu banánů. Takhle se podle Evropské komise buduje ekonomická mocnost, dámy a pánové.
Come europei dobbiamo rimanere uniti e difendere i nostri interessi e le nostre imprese. Dobbiamo evitare una guerra commerciale con gli USA e cooperare fin da subito con l'amministrazione Trump. Il nostro problema non è Washington, che persegue giustamente i propri interessi.
To our friends around the world, I want to say we are open for business. To the US, I want to state we are ready to respond. When the US seeks to divide us, the strength of the EU lies in our European unity.